Coffee prices are exploding, and it's not just your local cafe that's hiking up the bill. Behind that extra dollar for your latte is a global story of weather disasters, market chaos, and trading opportunities. From Brazil's droughts to Vietnam's heat waves, the global supply of coffee is under pressure. And for traders, they're seeing futures prices hit levels we haven't seen in over a decade. So what's really brewing here? And where does this leave you, the trader? First, let's talk beans, because not all coffee is produced equal. There are two main types of coffee traded globally. There's Arabica and Robusta. Arabica is your premium brand. It is smooth, it's got complex flavors, it's the type of coffee bean you'll find in your specialty coffees. It is also much more delicate, which makes it a lot harder to grow and much more susceptible to weather changes. Robusta, on the other hand, is like its tougher sibling. It is stronger, harder, harsher, more bitter. It's usually found in things like your instant coffees or your espresso blends. It is grown at a lower altitude than your Arabica beans. This makes it a little bit more tougher against pests and diseases. However, it's still a plant and it's not immune to climate challenges. Now, let's talk Brazil. Brazil is the largest producer of coffee beans. It has a perfect combination between climate, land, and history. Coffee was introduced to Brazil back in the 18th century, and since then it has developed vast plantations, advanced farming techniques, and efficient logistics. Today, Brazil produces almost 40% of the world's coffee, and they're mostly Arabica beans. So what am I getting at? Well, Arabica beans are, as mentioned, extremely sensitive to weather changes. And Brazil this year have not had great weather patterns. They've gone from extreme droughts into extreme flooding. And this is extremely damaging to this year's harvest. But it's not just weather that's causing problems. Global supply chains still trying to recover from the pandemic, plus geopolitical events are making it even harder and more expensive to move coffee beans from farms to market. Add in rising input costs like fertilizer, and the pressure continues to build. So, with an astounding amount of pressure to getting the product to the consumers, we know the demand's there, but the supply is lacking. If we understand even general economics and demand outweighs supply, that usually insinuates a rise of price. For traders, coffee is more than just a buzz. It is a story on how weather, supply chains, and demand collide. Let's take 2010 for example, where we had very similar conditions. Poor weather conditions in both Brazil and Colombia slashed harvests, and we've seen the prices run 131% in less than 12 months. The news broke in mid-2012 around June, and savvy traders and investors put their money where their mouth is and ran the run. Now, we didn't peak until early 2013, almost 7 months later. So what's the lesson here? It's not just about looking backward. Right now, the market is facing very similar conditions. Weather issues in Brazil, supply chain problems, geopolitical events. It is all building up a little opportunity for traders. History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. Keep your eye on the fundamentals, make sure you're watching the coffee prices, and don't be surprised when this runs when supply chains tighten. So there you have it. There's a deep dive into coffee and why it matters as a trader. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what your favorite part is, or whether you're trading coffee or just sipping it. We've just launched a brand new free newsletter for macro traders and people wanting to get into the macro world. Sign up below and come say hi.